Hi everyone, so it's your boy Gab, the lonely step trader. In this video I'm going to talk about the trend line, so how to connect the trend line. All right, so you can see on my chart right here that I have a bit of analysis. I have like the trend line connected, the key levels and all of that. But now we are going to talk about how did I know that I have to connect these trend lines over here. How did I know that I have to connect these trend lines? How did I know that it's time to connect this trend line like this, right? So somebody commented on my channel by the name John Doe that is confused about all these things. So that's why I'm going to like explain it here. Ordinarily, this is something we teach in our paid mentorship, but for the fact that it took his time to comment on the video, I'm reacting to it now. All right, so guys, let's go to the daily time frame. All right, and I'm going to take out everything I have on my chart. Yeah, so right now we don't just connect our trend line because we love to connect trend lines. Okay, we identify the trend of the market first. After identifying the trend of the market, then we connect our trend lines, if you're following. All right, this video is not going to be a long one, it's going to be a very brief one, and the focus is going to be on how we connect our trend lines. Okay, so we connect our trend lines from point to point, point 1 to point 2, and we connect it. You already know that. All right, so first thing first, we identify our trend. How do we identify our trend? We identify by using the indicators. All right, so once the red is above the black, it defines an uptrend to us. So when we are in an uptrend, what do? We look for buy opportunities. We don't care, and we analyze each time frame separately. We understand how each time frame works, and we analyze it like that, if you get what I mean. So over here now on the daily time frame, the market is showing us a uptrend. All right, so for a uptrend, what are we going to do? We are going to look for a potential buy setup. All right, so what we want to do is we want to ride the trend, the uptrend. So we are not interested in selling, we are only interested in buying. All right, so whatever it is that is happening here that is bringing the market to the downside, we don't care. We only want to buy, if you get what I mean. So how do we buy? This other indicator now, we wait. Whenever this indicator gets to this level of oversold, that is when we want to connect our trend line and get into the market. So let's say, for example, let's use this one as a yardstick. So over here now, you can see, let's use this area. Over here now, you can see that this indicator got to oversold over here, right? And you can see where the market is. So what we do now is from the highest point, that's where we want to like start to connect our trend line. And we can see that this is the highest point before the market drops down to this, before this indicator drops down to this 20 level. This was the highest point, right? Where did the bending start from? The bending start from this area. It started to bend down from this area, if you get what I mean. It started to impulse from this area. So that's where we are going to pick our first point from. We're going to pick our first point from here, and we extend it to the downside. All right, so mind you, we don't get into the trades on this time frame. We go as slow as like 15 minutes to get into our trade, if you get what I mean. But this video is not about entry, it's just about how we connect the trend line. All right, so whenever we see that, like I said, we want to drive the trend. All right, so whenever we get to oversold, we want to drive the trend. That's when we connect our trend line. Should this indicator here not be at oversold, then we would have nothing to do on the chart on this time frame, if you get what I mean. So over here, the same thing. You can see that the market got to oversold here, right? And where did it start from? It started from here. This is where the bend start from. So what are we going to do? We are going to like connect the trend line. Once we connect our trend line on this big time frame, we now go down, we scale down to the small time frame to get a better view of how it is, what we should do. So you can see the market came back again to oversold level, right? So where is the highest point? Where did it start from? It started from here, right? So that is it. You can see that is it. So on this area, we can now see that we have another oversold level. Now let's mark that area as well. We connect from here to here. Guys, this is going to be like a one-time video, right? It's going to be like a one-time video, so I need you to pay attention to this video. I might not create a video like this again. All right, so now guys, if you look here now, you can see that currently we are at a new oversold level. So what do? We just position our trend line. Don't worry about how it's looking, if it's looking steep or stuff like that. Just don't worry, connect it first. Now the daily time frame is telling us that we are on buy trends, and you can see whenever I get to the buy, to the oversold level, what does it do? It buys, it buys, it buys. It has bought from here, it bought from here, it bought from here, and it will buy again. It's as simple as that, because we are currently on a uptrend. All right, we analyze the weekly independently, the monthly independently, the daily independently, the H4 independently, and we respect all the trend lines accordingly, according to their trend. Do you get? So now let's go down to H4 time frame. So now on H4 time frame, now we have to arrange our trend line correctly. We have to make sure that it's well positioned. All right, so that is it. Over here, this one, that is it. Let's go back. All right, so that is it. Pay attention, guys, pay attention. I'm giving a lot out in this video. All right, that is it. That is it. Okay, so key levels, you know, we use key levels as well, right? Key level is one thing we use for target, but like I said, this video is just about the trend line, so we are not going to confuse anything here. We will focus on just the trend lines. Okay, so that's how it is. So now on the H4 time frame over here, okay, so we have one more to connect over here. See, over here I can see this is the first point and this is the second point of connection. So that's the area we are going to stretch it out from, and it's going to be like this, like that. All right, so that it's this is the inception of all these trends. You get to this upside, so it's like that. So on the H4 time frame, if you look over here with me, you'll see that we were in an uptrend. So in an uptrend, what do? Uptrend on the H4 time frame, we are analyzing it independently. So this was the highest before the market dropped to the oversold level. So what do? We connect the trend line from that top point to the downside. As simple as that. Do you understand? Over here we have another oversold, right? So we connect it. We connect it from here to the downside. So entry is a different ball game. Entry is a different ball game. Entry is a different ball game. So over here you can now see that the market changed to a downtrend, posting a downtrend for us here. So what do? We are now going to connect. Whenever the market gets overbought for downtrend, overbought, what do? We stretch it out, we connect it, and when it's once it breaks, we get into the trade. So entry is just a different ball game, like I said. So whenever the market gets overbought again, what do? We connect it. We connect it. So should you go to like the smaller time frame, you see why I picked this area. There's like a 2 point here, 1, 2. That's why I picked an extend. Entry is something I have to explain on a separate video. All right, so until the market bent into uptrend, all we would have been looking for is sell, sell, sell. So now that it poses an uptrend for us, we now change bias to buy. Do you get? We buy. As simple as that. We buy whenever we see the market at oversold. We buy. Like this, we buy. Like this, we buy. So currently, and that's the reason why I've been buying. There was a video I created and I said it's looking like for the month, the 4 hours time frame is about to give us our first buy, and we bought. It's as simple as that. John Deal, I hope now you understand the whole trend line connection now. So let's go down to H1 time frame. Like I said, we analyze all our time frame independently. This one is coming from the H4 time frame. So on the H4, the market has to break here. The market have to break here, or we can now be like this. There's something I like to do on my own. This is for like the pros. If you're not up to this, if you don't have the knowledge up to this point, you don't have to do it. We can now enter a trade there now. We target like the key level. Okay, I don't want to put key levels on this video because it's all about trend line. Okay, so on the H1 time frame, what do we look out for? We look out for sell signals. Why? Because the market is currently telling us sell signal. In this area, we sold for a reason. On this area, we sold. Now you can see that the market got to like signifies buy entry, right? But this is a fake out. We know it's a fake out. All of these things we teach in depth. All right, we teach in depth in our paid mentorship. So if you already use the link in the description, contact us and we are going to like put you through all of these things and make trading easy for you. You see, the advantage with this strategy is that you don't get to do much on the chart. You don't even do much on the chart. You just come, you look, you see, you execute. You don't see, you relax, you go to another pair. It's as simple as that. You don't come, you don't have to like be killing yourself over this, that, impulse correction and all of those kind of things. You know, because the thing is, you might even have your impulse and correction correct. You enter and the trade goes against you because you don't know the trend, right? One thing that is hard for most beginner traders is how to identify the trend. And now I'm showing you on a platter of gold on how to identify the trend without stress. You get? So over here now, had you been in the market, you would have known that this area kissed before it started dropping down. So that was why we got the sell over here to the downside. Alright? So over here now, we can see that the market is currently at overbought level, right? Overbought level, and we have to like connect our trend line. So I have my first and second point here. Until this trend line breaks for H1, we don't have anything to do. We won't sell. But for now, we have like buy potential. Let's go down to 15 minutes. So on 15 minutes here, I'm tempted to teach about entry on this video, but entry should be for another video. So let's just focus on the trend line. All right. So as you can see, we are here. I'm carefully connecting it, making sure I use the tip, the wick of the candlestick to connect my trend line for a reason. It's just a thing I have done over time and it works, and that's why I'm doing it. And if you're familiar with patterns, this is a pattern here. Impulse, correction, a triangle, and impulse. So we are looking for this market now. Guys, I said I won't talk about entry. So let's just respect that. It's like that. So like I said, whenever it breaks, that's when we get into it. That's how we just connect our trend line basically. But I love keeping my 15 minutes time frame clean. I don't use indicator or any kind of stuff on this time frame because I want to see what the market is doing on this time frame, because this is the time frame where I get into my trade and drive the market either down or up. Guys, is this thing clear to you, or you want to know more? If it's sounding in your ears like something you can play with, something you can do with, all right, it's no problem. Use the link in the description, contact us, and let's enroll you and teach you about this thing. It's okay. It's time. You have to like the stressing time is over. There's no need for all of that anymore. Do you know strategy is just like a pebble in the full game of forex, if you know what I mean. It's just like that small thing. But strategy comes with risk management, trade management, all of those things comes in pack with it. So just knowing how to plot your trend line and all of this won't help you. If you know what I mean, it won't help you. You have to like learn the strategy, learn everything together, the risk management and everything, the appetite, your target point and everything together, before you can now confirm to yourself that okay, I know it. And I used to advise my mentors not to rush into a live account, right? At least you have to use a demo account for like a period of 1 to 2 months, highest 3 months. I have to check your track record. You have to repeat what you've been taught again and again and again and again. Make progress on this demo account. Then we start going to like the real account. When we venture into the real account, that's where we start building psychology, if you know what I mean. Because psychology is just one thing again in forex. But should you have your strategy in play, everything in place, you get to understand that psychology is just like a pebble in the full game. All right. So guys, that's basically everything, and I am done. Remember, we analyze independently on every time frame. The daily buy trend, we look for buy setup. On the H4 buy trend, we look for buy setup. On the H1 buy trend, sell trend, we look for sell setup. But our trend lines have to break to activate this sell or buy signals. Do you get? So with that being said, bye for now. It's your boy Gab, the Lowly Step Trader. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends so everybody can learn this thing and make this money together. So if you are willing to learn, like I said, use the link in the description. Please turn on post notifications so you can get to know what we are bringing up to you.